So we come to the 83rd MMA history video, UFC 83, and it was called Serra v St. Perrier 2. It was a second match between them, that's why it's called that. Serra and GSP, and the event was held, it was for the welterweight championship, and UFC 83 was held on Saturday, April the 19th, 2008 at the Bell Centre in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And the attendance was 21,390. The total gate was 5,100,000, and the buy rate was 53,000. The event of this date was originally scheduled to be called UFC 84, but following a cancellation of a tentatively scheduled March 8, 2008 event in England, the event was changed to UFC 83. The card was headlined by UFC welterweight champion Matt Serra and UFC interim welterweight champion George St. Perrier, GSP, in a match to unify the championship. It was a rematch from their fight at UFC 69, which Serra had won. The two fighters exchanged harsh words through media following that fight, which led to the circumstances that surrounded the rematch being quite intense. So GSP cited personal issues for the loss. He said that his father was seriously ill and that his 17-year-old cousin had died in a car crash around that time of the first fight. GSP then claimed that he only accepted the fight because he thought Serra was going to be an easy man to beat. Serra took exception to these comments and responded on a subsequent radio interview by calling GSP a Frenchie, telling him to go drink some red wine and go watch a hockey game. This event was the company's first event in Canada. Surprising with all the fighters, you thought it had been before, but again, first event in Canada. Several prominent Canadian MMA fighters competed. Caleb Starnes, Mark Bokek, Jason McDonald, Sam Stout, and Jonathan Goulet. Patrick Cote was originally scheduled to fight on this card, as well as Alan Belcher, but was forced to pull out, sustaining a non-fighting related injury, and replaced by Jason Day. At the time, the UFC officially broke 2 UFC records. The first broken was the fastest sellout ever. The UFC sold most of the tickets to UFC Fight Club members in the first 24 hours of the Fight Club pre-sale. The rest of the tickets were sold within 1 minute of the public sale. The second record was broken at UFC attendance records. I thought that was quite a big one. 21,390 people were packed into the Bell Centre, officially broke the former attendance records of 19,049 set at UFC 68 in Columbus, Ohio back in March 2007. So we go straight into the card. The card got a lot of preliminaries, got 6. So we start in the welterweight. Jonathan Goulet defeats Kuniyoshi Hironaka. TKO punches, 2 minutes and 7 seconds into the second round. Then you've got heavyweight Cain Velasquez defeats Brad Morris, TKO punches, 2 minutes and 10 seconds into the first round. Lightweight division, Rich Clemente defeats Sam Stout, split decision, 3 5-minute rounds. Then you've got the middleweight division, Damian Maia defeats Ed Herman, one of my favourites, Damian Maia there. He beats Ed Herman with a mounted triangle choke. 2 minutes and 27 seconds of the second round. Beats the Team Quest fight Ed Herman. Then the middleweight division, Jason McDonald defeats Joe Dawkinson, TKO elbows. 56 seconds into the second round. Middleweight division, Jason Day defeats Alan Belcher. TKO punches. 3 minutes 58 seconds of the first rounds. Then you got the main card, lightweight, Mac Danzig, shall I say, beats Mark Bokek. Submission rear naked choke. 3 minutes and 48 seconds of the third round. In the middleweight division, Michael Bisping defeats Charles McCarthy. TKO, arm injury. That's at the end of the fifth round, so 5 minutes into the first round, end of the fifth, so 5 minute rounds. Middleweight division, Team Quest fighter Nate Quarry beats Caleb Starnes. Unanimous decision, 3 5-minute rounds. Then you've got the middleweight division, Rich Franklin defeats Travis Luter. TKO punches, 3 minutes and 1 second of the second round. Then you got the welterweight championship, unified now, interim and the main belt. GSP gets his revenge. Welterweight division, GSP, George St. Perrier defeats Matt Serra. TKO knees to the body, 4 minutes and 45 seconds off the second round. Then you got the bonus awards given to Fight of the Night, Knockout of the Night and Submission of the Night. So you got, that was 75,000 given to each of these. Fight of the Night was Jonathan Goulet v Kunoyoshi Hironaka. The Knockout of the Night was Jason McDonald. Submission of the Night was Damien Meir. The fighters' payouts weren't released. The Quebec Boxing Council refused to disclose payout details, as it is common for non-US held pay-per-view events in that country. Bang, so that's the end of the 83rd MMA history video. UFC 83, it was called Serra v St. Perrier 2, and that was on Saturday, April the 19th, 2008, at the Bell Centre, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Bang.